This is a high-stakes collision, a game late in the year featuring two teams ranked in the top 25, each looking to make a move up and strengthen their playoff case. Welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and LSU's Death Valley, home of the Bayou Bengals. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a playoff team from last year, the LSU Tigers. For BA Sports College Football,
Hell, we gotta start over, huh?
Let's get this thing underway.
My bad. I forgot, bro. I ain't gonna lie. No, you go wear your white. You good? I can switch it up, bro. I forgot. And when I seen the way, I automatically went white. That's my fault.
On the hands, he's all over that to make the recovery. Chris, I just don't understand.
She got
what you call it was not the fight in this.
Rara, the cute. Send me a picture of Rara. What that is? Really look cute. Oh, she is pregnant. Oh, no, she ain't pregnant. I'm looking at it. She looks pregnant.
Just like all these people
Oh,
have,
who is that?
have their
She look pregnant, but it's too jiggly. That's how I know she's pregnant.
who love.
Whoever that is on the last thing she sent.
Oh, girl, this girl got her titties all out fighting. At least they seen them bitches. Oh, why you jumping, bitch? Because your friend was. Oh, Lord, the boys was fighting. The boys was fighting too?
All of them. Let them out at home. What you call it? Let them out at home.
Oh,
Too much. We just got over a week worth of stress.
really? I ain't gonna ask them out in Joshua thinking.
Oh, why you just
I don't know about the boy Josh because I used to watch the show.
Oh, girl,
Encourage
grab
him,
him.
not them.
This is the kind of conference matchup where you could say we're off the record, except both teams are having outstanding seasons, coming in ranked in the top 25. Looking forward to this one. Welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and LSU's Death Valley, home of the Bayou Bengals. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a playoff team from last year, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. And the Noles will kick this away to get us going here. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. He'll start at the 25. It's a shotgun run call. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They get him down with the gain, moves the ball up to the 36.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Sophomore with a strong tackle there. Both these teams told us they're eager to prove a point. Here we are mid-season. They both earned their spot in the rankings, but we expect a tight, competitive battle today.
Well, that's the beauty of these top 25 matchups in the middle of the year. A little bit of a better handle on who these teams are. Love the fact that we get these two teams on the field. May the better team win, and hopefully it's a close one all the way to the end.
When And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Boy, great job by this defense on this second down run. Just stonewalled him at the line of scrimmage. Now they get a chance to really pressure the quarterback here, try to get off the field.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On third down, he drops to throw. The receiver grabs it. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Second down after the incompletion. Running back with the football. As the first down is still going. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position. First down.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, we go back to 2019. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. That dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
And he stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defense swarming him that time.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now 2nd and 11. Looking to pass here on second down. Catch made on the right side. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there. And the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Third down and short on the 9th play of this opening drive. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. And they convert on third. Football at the 20 now. First down in the red zone.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
The Wildcat look picks up a solid game, but they're still short of the first. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
Let's face it, we all want a team full of guys that can just make big plays and get first downs and touchdowns. But you know what? You got to have a big man. You can just turn it to him and hand him the ball, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. And he's brought down there.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it, because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
They'll try and run it with the fullback. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Ah, the hammer. Second down and goal. Who better than the big fullback to get behind that big bruising offensive line? Old school touchdown for this offense.
They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Handoff to the back. Picks up the first, looking for more. He's in the clear. Out past the 30. At the 10 now. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. And they've got him in the backfield. It's a 4-yard loss.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed, the ability to diagnose the play blows it up.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. He was a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can
escapes the pocket but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
Fielding the punt, looking to improve field position here. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Last possession was a one-play touchdown drive on the ground. See if the offensive line can continue to create some big lane. Here he goes. Finally brought down all the way at the 6-yard line. Puts him in great scoring position. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Oh, he loses the football. Out and scooped up. Offense still has it on the run. We are deadlocked at the end of a fun, competitive first quarter. Let's check out the stats so far. And after a promising start, we hope that both these teams will just continue with more of this action. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. So a huge play to start the drive and get in scoring position, but now it's 3rd and goal. Looks to the left, pass caught. They've got him down behind the line. They lose yardage on that completion. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Now look at this. They could break the tie with a chip shot, but the coach says, we're going for it on 4th down. Play fake, looking to throw. He's got it right near the end zone. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? They fielded the fullback this time. Not much on that play. Brought down short. The game makes it 2nd and medium. Brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
That's a crucial first down. They're no longer backed up against their own goal line. First out of the 13. And they'll go right back to him on first down. And they've got him in the backfield, nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Lets it fly out of the wideout. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it with room to run. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. Touchdown, LSU. He broke away and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this tight end is an absolute weapon with the ball in his hands. They get him the ball, and the whole crowd seemed to know what was about to happen. He took off and took it to the end zone.
Now here comes the point after attempt. PAT puts him in front by 7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. State offense heads back onto the field. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
They look to throw it here on second down. Catch made on the out route. Oh, and he'll go down right there. That's going to be a loss on the play. The Knowles come up to the line in the hurry-up. And he'll drop back here on third down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, and he dropped it. You don't see that often from this guy. Brings up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains and you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Trying for a fourth down completion. Lets it go quickly. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
This coach isn't holding anything back today. Plenty of time left, and the confidence to go for it. Very telling of the faith he has in his guys.
They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go. The offense going with the hurry up. Second down, we're going to throw it. It's an out route, the catch made. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. He's got the first and still going. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
On 1st down, it's play action. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. They finally tackle him after a huge chunk play. Moves the ball to the 12.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
And the Seminoles are in the red zone. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Been a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. On the jet sweep. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. And it's good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. 1st down. They're going to throw the football. He flips it to the back across the middle. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32. No huddle here for the offense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Dumps it down to the back. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. 1st down. The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Looking to throw it on 1st down. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. Could take it all the way. At the 20. At the 10. Touchdown, Knowles. The defense produces 6 points. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kurt.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Using his legs, it's Guzman. Try to run him up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Here's the second down play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right. Man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. A deep shot to the left side. Catch made down inside the 25. Oh, the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, LSU.
Let's go. What a fantastic half we've had here. We talk about a last-minute lead change through the air, and we can only hope the second half's going to be as exciting as this has been.
And he knocks through the PAT. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? He steps out at the 22. That's where the drive will begin. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They're looking for some points to jump on top here as we get the third quarter going. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off play action. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Paul. Oh, he spins free. They bring him down, but it's a big play all the way to the 43.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
And the Noles come to the line in a hurry-up.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Stop right there at the line. No gain.
This guy has been dominant all afternoon long. At that time, the defense has got to be asking themselves, where has that been? They finally get to him behind the line.
Catch made on the out route. Inside the 25. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
What a huge third down conversion here for this offense. Nice job of being able to give the quarterback enough time. He finds the matchup that he wants, gets it to his man, and he does the rest.
looking to set up a screen pass here. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Boy, great defensive linemen not only have the ability to get upfield to rush the quarterback, but that instinct to recognize a screen pass. Good job of sensing it and making a play.
Getting set. Here's second down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Touchdown, Seminoles, to put them on top now.
And this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the football. Nice job of showing that versatility. Pulls it in and gets 6.
They're setting out to try to PAT. And the extra point makes it a 7-point lead, 28-21. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Quarterback keeps the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Oh, I love this. Good job by this corner to come up, get physical, and bring the quarterback down on that option. Never gave him a chance to make his read and toss the ball out.
And the back now goes in motion. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. The sure hand. It's Guzman. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. That completion sets up an important third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The receiver makes the catch. Good enough for first down yardage.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
And it's a direct snap. Defense not fooled by the Wildcat, but just a short gain on the play.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Stopped right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle, but forced down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking for a receiver. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They finally make the stop, but the offense threatening down. First down to the 27. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle.
Look at this, Chris. After that big gain and a first down, they're already at the line of scrimmage, ready to get this up-tempo offense cranking.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Handoff running right. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the third quarter. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Direct snap. Breaks an open space. They'll bring him down. The Wildcat look produces an explosive run to get a first down.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
The big fullback's got it here. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. And he drops back in the gun. On the move now. Under pressure, just lets it go. And he throws the ball out of bounds. They're smart not to take a sack on that play. Brings up third down.
That's a smart heads-up play to me by the quarterback. Would rather throw it in the stands than a tight throw leading to a potential turnover. Wonder what they'll have dialed up here on this third down.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. What a grab in the end zone in a clutch moment.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
He does his job with a PAT, and this ball game is tied here in the fourth quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. And on the carry, he's heading left. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss of it.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give him credit there. They made a nice play in the backfield.
They lose 3 in that play, so now it's second down and 13. Important play coming up. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. They're able to get him down. The Knowles will come to the line to run the hurry-up. Can he make it to the marker? Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
I love it. Third down, the way this back is running, just keep feeding him the football, and he's going to come through for you. And he does here at a critical moment in his football game in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's an out route, the catch made. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So second and 6. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's a fumble. Defense makes the recovery a turnover.
Well, when you're running your quote-unquote 4-minute offense, it's a combination of working the clock and getting productive yards. They were doing that. And then to end it with a fumble just ruins that opportunity. Now you give your opponent a chance to not just get the recovery, but a chance to go down and win the game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Look out. Room to run here. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Anytime you like to run the toss play successfully, that means you're going to have to win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there. They got a nice game.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, handoff inside. They finally stop him, but a solid play sets him up 1st and goal at the 9.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Fresh set of downs, 1st and goal. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
Second down and goal. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. Ball carrier blocked down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. He moves the ball to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. Makes the grab. Oh, and he did not get there. The defense rising up against this elite 3rd down offense. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And they claim the lead here in the final couple minutes.
But there's nothing more impressive to me than a kicker that can come through in the clutch. Gives them the lead here in the 4th quarter, but there's still time left for a final drive, so their defense will have to step up.
Tackle at the 13, not great field position to start the drive. The first play of the drive, they'll set up from the 13. They're going to run it here. And they'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Pop over the middle. It's Paul. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looking for the wideout. It is intercepted. The defense is going to win this game, crushing any chance of a comeback. Now they can secure the W by just kneeling down. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the quarterback will take a knee. Well, it's been a great season. Big things still possible, Kirk, but for the first time, they run into a hurdle they can't clear. Now, how will they respond to this first loss?
And I think that's the big question. One loss isn't going to eliminate these guys from the playoff, but all they can do and focus on now is resetting, regrouping, and